Okay, welcome. I would like to call the July 21st, 25 West Bloomfield Board of Ed Business Meeting to order. Julie Beatty will be appointed acting secretary for this meeting. Is that okay, Julie?
Yes.
Okay. The agenda and supporting documents are posted to our district website on Saturday prior to our board meetings. You can access, I think everyone here knows that. Okay, access the information by clicking on Board of Ed under About Us and click on the agenda and minutes. If you would like to make a comment to the Board of Ed, please review and complete our public comment card from Mrs. Betsy Bain, and we will call on you in the order we receive them. We will receive public comments during agenda item number 2. Public comments are an opportunity for the community to address the board, although there is no dialogue. All study sessions, special meetings, and business meetings of the school board are conducted in public and always offer an opportunity for the public to come before the board. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Our district mission is to support each student's needs by providing the opportunities, experience, and educational tools for the journey. Our district vision is that all students will be communicators, contributors, critical thinkers, and collaborators, empowering each for life. As a board, we adhere to our norms, including our social contract, which is that we be respectful, practice active listening, model our 4 C's, which are communicator, contributor, critical thinker, and contributor.
Collaborator.
Yeah, we got contributor twice there.
Collaborator.
Yeah.
That is
You and I were looking
Okay. Make data-driven decisions, focus on the whole district, act with positive intent. We govern, not manage. We steer, not grow. Okay, let's move on. Item number 2 is our public comments. Are there any public comment cards besides these? Okay. If you'd like to address the board at this time and you've not completed a public comment card, please see Ms. Lane, and we'll call your name in the order of wishes to receive them. Public comments are a time for our community to address the board. You have 3 minutes to make your comments. We will be listening, but we will not partake in any dialogue. First one, Christian Sandra.
Good evening, Dr. Lassi and Board of Education members. I'm going to be brief tonight. I hope you enjoyed the summer. Because I've spoken a lot, I think I just want to be just a brief comment, a few comments. For Dr. Basi especially, when you came on board, Dr. Basi, on July the 1st, 2022, one of your first activities was having to read the findings of Roosevelt's property insurance company, Structural Engineers. And within a few minutes after reading this report, you started a fight against Structural Engineers' conclusions. I thought this was a bit odd. I'm a structural engineer who has worked all his life for an industrial and institutional property insurance company. So I found this odd. Using insurance terms, the ceiling collapse in the room 204 was a very small physical loss, very small. But your battle that you unleashed against the insurance company engineering conclusions, whose job it was to help you through this small loss recovery and pay for it subject to a deductible, was so secret and so unusual that it drew my attention. My attention was quickly transformed into a serious concern for my grandson and his classmates, for what may have been taking place for years prior to that ceiling collapse. So, my question remains the same after, 2.5 years. Why would a brand new superintendent, trying to understand the needs of her new district she was assigned to, engage in a secret structural engineering discussion and fail to release pertinent documents associated with this collapse that were requested by me multiple times through FOIA inquiries? And my second question is, why would Mr. Mullins, who is legally representing you, continue to fight the release of these documents? And why is he copying in the liability insurance carrier of the West Bloomfield School District on all my FOIA inquiries? Well, I have some time left over. I would appreciate it if you give it some thought, because there's time for you to act and maybe save Roosevelt for all of us, because we really want to see that beautiful building. Okay, so your decision is going to be very instrumental going forward. Okay, I really appreciate it, Dr. Bassett. Okay? I respected you when you came, but then I was concerned when I started reading this. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
Next, Mr. Juan.
Seems a little long, anyway. From the back seat of the I would often hear a little voice say, "Grandma, can I ask you something?" My response was always, "You can ask me anything." The questions now are more subtle, but I still offer my best information or opinion. A week ago, while walking from the Q line to the Detroit Science Center, I was asked if I thought that it was fair that recess was canceled for everyone when only 6 kids were misbehaving. No, because you're not only punishing those 6 kids, but everyone else gets repercussions for their misdeeds. I may have needed more information, but my answer wouldn't change. Obviously, all of you are aware of the situation at the middle school, so I won't dwell on the details. May I remind all of you that recess offers numerous benefits for students encompassing physical development that, according to the CDC, improves attention, memory, and concentration in the classroom, as well as a chance to engage in physical activity, something often lacking in their daily sedentary routine. Social development, including cooperation, communication, and conflict resolution. Emotional development, including a chance to release energy and reduce stress levels, manage mood and emotions, and develop self-regulation skills, all contributing to self-esteem and academic development, since even small amounts of recess can improve cognitive function and academic performance. Children return to the classroom refreshed and more focused, leading to increased productivity. In general, when children have regular and adequate recess, they tend to have a more positive attitude towards school and learning. Punishing the more than 900 other students that still didn't hold these 6 accountable, and middle school is not a time to ignore disruptive behavior. Schools need consequences because without repercussions, schools become unsafe. Our focus should be on doing right by all students. Is this administration so focused on losing kids to other districts and the dollars that go with them that it doesn't matter that children show up in pajamas, nap in class, or are disruptive as long as they're in our schools? Why lower our expectations? If each student were held accountable, we may lose some dollars at first, but eventually our district would be the choice of families that really value education. Enrollment would increase and scores would soar. If I'm going to be punished, I might as well be guilty, not the message you want to send. So begin by punishing the guilty and giving back recess to the rest.
Thank you. Any more public comment? Next item is agenda item number 3, is our Administrative Assistance Association contract. Eric Whitney, it's your day today. Deputy Superintendent of Development.
I know you're just tired of me, but thank you for your time. I am very, very happy to be here with this information tonight because this is the culmination of a lot of work. I know you all know that. I know you know that we've been bargaining since about February, March with all of our units this year. So we have our first 4 contracts for you to have this evening for approval. A couple of things I want to say just very quickly, kind of as an overall introduction before we jump into the administrative assistance. All of our contracts, as you saw, are 2-year agreements, which is revolutionary, groundbreaking. How exciting. We had 2-year contracts before, but we have have them with wage reopeners. So this year we did not do wage reopeners with all of our groups. We have full contracts settled for 2 years, which is really, really good for our school district. It allows, of course, for the board and for our finance office to really have concrete information in terms of financial planning, which is really, really great. It is also provides a lot of stability for our employees, for our bargaining units, and it's something that I think is really remarkable this time, and I'm really proud of the teams that worked on this. So I just want to thank for the Administrative Assistants Association. Art Holford was our board member on that team, and that team worked under the leadership of Colette Gestencourt, who was here to see the excitement. So we, obviously, as you know from your packet, we reached a tentative agreement with our West Bloomfield Administrative Assistants Association. Theirs is a mouthful. They are the WBAAA, AAA, they are the best. And this agreement was ratified by the membership, and so we are very excited to have that here for your approval this evening.
Thank you. Do we have a motion? Art?
I move to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Administrative Assistants Association, MEA/NEA, for enclosure 3.
Do we have a second? Julie? Okay, the motion to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Administrative Assistants Association, MEA, NEA, WB, AAA, per enclosure 3 has been moved and seconded. Are there any additional questions and comments? Seeing none, I believe we are ready to vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Not going to vote. Motion carries 4-0.
Dr. Hirsch, if I can just quickly say,
Oh, sure.
yeah, I just want to thank Colette and Aaron and Art and the entire team. Like, to get a 2-year agreement, there has to be some trust on assumptions, and you know, Colette is always honest and to the point and transparent.
Sorry.
No, I mean that in a good way. Yeah, I mean that in a good way. And I just thank everyone's care on this so that, you know, having 2 years just means more stability for everyone involved, and it took a lot of work to get there, so thank you.
Yes. Good job.
We all agree
Yes.
with that.
Our IBB teams are great, so I can read that.
It takes a lot of pressure off next year.
Nick, I just
No,
wanted
that's
to
it. Go ahead.
add to what Dr. Ramsey said. The whole group that was there negotiated, you could tell they all had the best interest of everybody involved. And I really like the IBB approach. This is the second driving part of it. And obviously, we have a lot of good people, we have good hearts, we have, like I said, the best interest of the students and staff at, you know, in mind as we're going through this. And, it's a fair contract, I believe. I hope everybody feels that way. And thank you, everybody, for voting to approve.
Anyone else? Okay. Agenda item number 4 is our maintenance technicians contract approval. Eric Whitney, Deputy Superintendent of Talent Development, will address the board
Okay.
again.
So our maintenance and technicians, that is our smallest employee group. They have 6.5 members. They are small but mighty. We also reached a tentative agreement with the WBMT as well. That is for a 2-year agreement, as I stated. And again, we don't do the full IBB process with that group, so it's a little bit different. It's a little more, it's small, that's why. But I do want to thank Brian Lowe, who is the leader of that group. He works very hard. He is a very, he flies under the radar. He is a no-nonsense, very sensible person to work with, and we really appreciate his leadership of that group, and he does a great job when we're bargaining of really just identifying what are the challenges and the problems that we want to solve, and how we might find a pathway to get there. So I'm very pleased to recommend this contract for your approval this evening as well.
Do we have a motion? Julie?
I move to approve the 2-year contract with West Bloomfield Maintenance and Technicians, MEA, WBMT per enclosure 4.
Do we have a second? Art? Motion to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Maintenance and Technicians, MEA, WBMT for enclosure 4 has been moved and seconded. Are there any additional questions or comments? No? Okay. I believe we are ready to vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. All right, motion passes 4-0. Let me think. Agenda item 5 would be next.
I know, it's tricky.
Our paraeducator contract approval. Eric Whitney, Deputy Superintendent of Talent Development, will address the board.
Yes, and I'm gonna sound a little repetitive, I think, but I'm also very pleased to bring you this agreement, this 2-year agreement with our Paraeducators Association. That is a full IBB team that works on that. They work very hard. Ashley Davis was our board member representing all of you on that team. Rose Grafmiller is the leader of that team, and she is also, like Colette, wonderful to work with and is just really focused and works really hard for her members. So we're really proud of this contract. I did neglect to say one thing at the beginning that I wanted to say about all of these contracts. So I'm going to say it right now while we're talking about the paraeducators. You will have noticed that there is a lot of work into these contracts besides just the language that addresses issues or that we talked about. It's what I really call cleanup, editing, revising. So we did a lot of that this time around with our 2-year agreement. We felt like it was really the time to do a lot of updating of really old contract language that when I asked, you all know Lisa Perry, who retired. I go, Lisa, where'd that come from? She's like, I don't know, it was even here when I got here. So we felt like there was a lot that we could modernize and fix and clean up and make better and sort of bring into this century a little bit. So I'm also really proud of that. So you saw a lot of that throughout the contract as well, really in all of them this year. So we made a real commitment to doing that, and I think it makes our contracts even better.
Do we have a motion? Please. Art?
All right, I move to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Paraeducators Association, MEA/EA, WBPA, per enclosure 5.
Do we have a second? Julie? Motion to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Paraeducators Association, MEA, WBPA, per enclosure 5, has been moved and seconded. Are there any additional questions or comments? Okay, I don't see any questions or comments. We're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries 4-0. Let me see what item 6 is.
Oh, I didn't change it, did I?
Agenda item number 6 is our team management union contract. Eric Whitney,
Hey, I'm back.
Deputy Super, I'm not done.
Did you want me to leave and come back, or was it more dramatic?
Did you need your steps? Go ahead.
So this is our final contract of the evening, our 4th bargaining group, which is the team management union. Team management represents our principals and some of our directors and supervisors. They are represented by the Teamsters, so they are different than the other groups. They're represented by MEA. And again, we have a 2-year contract, and our team worked very hard in that process. Nick Hirsch is our board representative that serves on that team, and Eric Pace is the, not president, the chief steward, we call it, in the Teamsters, of that unit, and is really, again, really great to work with. And I really appreciate all of our bargaining unit leaders because I've worked in several districts, and they really are a treasure to work with. They work really hard on behalf of their employees and for this school district. So, here you have it.
Do we have a motion? Julie?
I move to approve the 2-year agreement with West Bloomfield Team Management Union, TMU, per enclosure 6.
Do we have a second? Art? The motion to approve the 2-year agreement with the West Bloomfield Team Management Union, TMU, for enclosure 6 has been moved and seconded. Are there any additional questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, I believe we are ready to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those, there's no one, all those opposed, say nay. Okay. Motion carries 4-0. Let's move, hey, you get to sit down here. Thank you.
Thank you for your support. I think this, I really
You know,
appreciate it, board members, and
I gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know, working with you these years and having you be the person who kind of sees us through and makes sure you dot all the i's and cross all the t's, that has been an absolute pleasure. I've got a great appreciation for what you do. So
Thank
I
you.
want to thank you personally for that.
it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Dr. Rush, can I just add one quick thing? One
No.
quick thing, and I know the board knows this because we've shared this with them through other communications, but the parameters that were set for each of these bargaining units, like that's what each of these bargaining teams adhere to. So what you're approving, you see the actual language that's changing, which isn't too extensive in each of these, but things that we think will make the contract better. So
It simplifies it in future years.
definitely simplification. There was a lot of effort in some of the language to make it better for everyone involved, so that expectations were clear. But I just wanted to make sure that we understood that the IBB teams adhere to those parameters that we had discussed, in closed session, and then that's really what these teams brought back agreements that were within those parameters. So I thank them for that. That's not always the easiest, but they were able to be successful. And then we had shared that we got a tentative agreement with our teacher group, which is very important as well, and that will be coming before the board on August 11th.
Agenda item number 7 is our consent agenda item. Approval. Do we have a motion?
I
Julie?
move to approve the following consent agenda items for enclosure 7A through F.
Do we have a second? Kristen? The motion to approve the following consent agenda items for enclosure 7A to F have been moved and seconded. Are there any additional questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries 4-0. Next on our agenda, good for the order. Does anyone have anything good for the order? Kirsten?
Just really quickly, to thank those that participated in the bargaining. I know there were a lot of hours, so just to say thank you for all the hard work, so thank you.
You're here.
Sorry.
It was my
I have something that is good for the order also. I'd like to thank the board for supporting me during, when my mother passed away and sending me cookies or whatever it was. I don't think now. But it was very much appreciated, and thank you very much. Anyone else? This is a big moment, isn't it? Okay, and I'll call it at 6:54. Meeting adjourned.